Well, today I want to share with you under this title. If you are waiting for what God has said to you to make sense to people before you start it, you will wait until you leave this world. Because there are certain things that God is going to say to you. They're not going to make sense until you take action and God will do His way. But if you're waiting for what God has said to you to make sense to people, for you to study it, you wait until you leave this world. Look at the life of Isaac. He was living in a dry land because of famine. He was thinking of leaving to go to Egypt, but God said to him, don't leave, don't go to Egypt. Go to the place that I'm going to show you. God promised to bless him in a dry land. And the Bible says he saw crop in that land and he harvested 100 times. In a dry land, he harvested 100 times. If you're waiting for what God has said to you to make sense to people before you start it, you wait until you leave this world. Look at the Israelites where they need water. God said to Moses, strike the rock, the water will come out from the rock. This question, have you ever seen the water come out the rock before? Is this making sense? But Moses struck the rock and the water come out from the rock. If you're waiting for what God has said to you to make sense to people before you start it, you wait until you die. Look again to the Israelites. When they had to get to the place of Canaan, God said to them, they must go around Jericho for 7 days. On the first day, nothing happened. On the second day, nothing happened. This was not making sense. But on the seventh day is the day the walls of Jericho collapsed. If you're waiting for what God has said to you to make sense to people before you start it, you wait until you die. Look, there are ideas that God will give you that not gonna make sense, but they need you to start, and they will make sense later. Look at the idea of a boat that God has given to Noah. I believe that when Noah was busy building a boat, what he was doing was not making sense to people. Look again to the person who created a globe. When he was busy creating a globe, it was not making sense to people. Even the person who created a car, aeroplane, a jet, when he was busy working, it was not making sense to people. A person who created a radio, a TV, while he was busy working, it was not making sense to people who were around him. A person who created a computer, laptop, while he was busy working, it was not making sense to people around him. Some of you have ideas that you need to work on, but you try to make people to understand what you're doing, but they think you're out of your mind. If you're waiting for the idea that God has given you to make sense to people before you start it, you wait until you die. Look at my YouTube channel, Power of Imagination 1 to Power of Imagination 45. I've been busy preaching where nobody was watching what I've been posting on the YouTube. I've been celebrating something that is going to happen as if it is happening right now. Is this making sense? I've been celebrating that dream do come true, celebrating something that is going to happen as if it is happening right now. This is not making sense, but this is a story that you will enjoy. Now I have a story to share to the world. I have a story to tell.
To